It's less than 1 week until the Cherokee County Sheriff-elect takes office. I'm Samantha Walker, and coming up, we'll have the details on that transition process.
Plus, KDOT announces a new round of discussions concerning plans for Highway 69, and
a meeting to discuss economic growth in Cherokee County was held in Columbus today. I'm Melissa Alexis, and I'll have more on the story.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
in less than 1 week, the Cherokee County Sheriff-elect is going to take office. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Brian Henderson won the election in November with more than 78% of the vote. Today, he spoke with KOAM Samantha Walker about the transition into the new role.
It's just been a lot of speaking with people and preparing for this big jump.
Brian Henderson is just days away from stepping into the role of Cherokee County Sheriff, a position David Groves has held for the past 15 years. With decades of experience in law enforcement, Henderson has been spending the time since Election Day preparing for the new role.
A lot of meetings with current staff that will be staying with us and working with us, and a lot of just finding out not only what their needs are, but what their job roles are so that we can fully understand.
Prior to the election, Henderson was the police chief of Baxter Springs. City Council has since appointed Jimmy Hamilton as interim chief, and Henderson worked with the department through December to help transition him into the role. In a statement to KOAM following his appointment, Hamilton said Henderson had the department on a really good path and that he wanted to keep it headed in that direction. Henderson has also chosen an undersheriff, Chip Root, who he has known for decades and previously worked with at the Joplin Police Department.
We're not afraid to have a conversation that we may not agree on, but we both can come to the table and at the end of the day walk away with a unified front, knowing that we're making the best decision.
I love this county. I love the people, and now that my career is over in Missouri and Joplin, I have the opportunity to give back to my own community, and that's what I'm eager to get going.
Henderson says some of the goals he has early on is to sit down and build stronger relationships with department employees and community members. He says he wants to work closely with other agencies for advice and assistance and wants to make Cherokee County a safe place that people want to visit.
That trust is a bond that's constantly being built. It's not just walking in day one and saying, trust me, but it's a constant building upon with them, and not only with the employees, but the community.
Reporting in Cherokee County, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
Sheriff Henderson's going to begin his new job on Monday. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for our first look at the weather.
Well, it definitely turned out to be cold once again for us today. Temperatures only made up to the mid-20s. We're dropping back now. 21 in Joplin, 21 is where we stand in Pittsburgh. 19 already in Yates Center. Will continue to drop as we go through the next several hours through the teens, all the way back down near 10 later on tonight. Plus our wind chill factors, they're going to drop as well. Feeling like -5 north of I-44, upwards to about 5 degrees. So bundle up if you are going to be out late tonight, really anytime tonight. All right, next storm system. This starts to affect us as we get into Thursday. Thursday afternoon, bands of light snow showers will start to advance in late Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, through the overnight hours into Friday morning. So we're going to break down this system for you, all coming up here in a bit.
See you soon. KDOT plans to hold more meetings on the future of the Highway 69 corridor. You might recall a freeway project with plans to expand Highway 69 west of Pittsburgh was canceled in 2023. After that, KDOT started the project planning from scratch. Well, since then, KDOT has hosted a series of public meetings and open houses to give the public a chance to weigh in on the future of the highway. Some of the lingering concerns deal with the issue of cost versus benefits of any plans for the highway. KDOT says their next round of meetings will take place in late February. Economic growth could be on the horizon for Cherokee County. A strategic planning meeting was held in Columbus to discuss plans for growing the county's economy. KOAM's Melissa Alexis was there.
There's a lot of growth potential here.
Growth. That's what the city administrator of Columbus hopes to see happen across Cherokee County.
I think there's a lot to like about Columbus.
And that's why residents and business owners gathered at the Lunch and Learn at the community building in Columbus to figure out a plan to help Cherokee County thrive.
An opportunity to start a conversation. Really, it's just meant to be a broad conversation about what the needs are.
The city administrator of Columbus, Jake Lettner, says they're looking to build on some of their past efforts.
In the office, Holly Johnson.
In the past, we've offered some different grant opportunities and some low-interest loan opportunities. We're here today to try to figure out where the needs are and try to best put together programs and services that'll meet their needs.
He says he's proud of Columbus's progress, but one roadblock he notices is population size.
Over time, we've dwindled. Our population has declined, so really we're trying to stem that tide.
Over the last 10 years or more, we've gone down every year in population. So we want to stimulate some growth, stimulate a reason for people to stay in the area, and then bring more people in so we can grow this great part of the country. Just a minute, and we want everybody to at least write one thing down.
Lettner says one of his ideas to address this issue is investing in housing and infrastructure. The executive director of Cherokee County Economic Development says he wants more people to know about all that Cherokee County has to offer.
We have the greatest 13.2 miles of Route 66. We have Big Brutus. We have the best hunting and fishing in the state.
Reporting in Columbus, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
As of last year, Cherokee County's population was about 19,000. Columbus's population just over 2,800. Preparations are underway for the Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce Business Expo, coming again to the Downstream Casino Resort Pavilion. That'll be on Wednesday of next week. This is file video. The expo will be open to business only from 9 a.m. until noon, and then open to the public from noon until 4. As always, the expo will showcase a wide range of area businesses. Admission, $5 for adults. Kids 5 and under get in free. A border battle resumes tonight as the Gorillas take on the Lions, both the men's and the women's teams. John Dales has a preview of those matchups later in sports. But up first, cold weather can bring many dangers, including a rise in crime. We had advice on how to protect yourself when the temperatures drop. As the temperatures drop, you should keep your guard up. That's what public safety officials want people to remember as the cold sets in. Brent Solomon reports on some cold weather crime incidents in St. Louis, Missouri.
A brand new downtown business, the latest victim of crime. Monday morning, Buddy's Wine Bar sharing on Instagram, workers arrived in the morning only to find their windows busted out. These photos showing the damage with shattered glass littering the floor inside. We first introduced you to the restaurant when it opened in October.
We're at this Renaissance phase.
Owners saying then they were excited to be part of downtown revitalization efforts. Owners already had to delay opening because of the winter weather. Now they say because of this, they'll have to stay closed just a little longer. Just hours earlier,
I'm still trying to process all this.
a seemingly good Samaritan near Forest Park turning out to be anything but that. A man who asked not to be identified got stuck in the snow here on Kings Highway while picking up someone from work.
I wasn't feeling very hopeful. We were just in the car. We were like, okay, we're probably going to just have this be stranded here.
That's when a man approached.
He comes up to me and he was like, hey, I got this. I've already helped 4 people. This is going to be really, really easy.
He dug him out, only to later demand his car keys.
Did not cross my mind at all that, he was about to pull out a gun.
When it gets cold, then people look for other opportunities to find people with their guards down.
James Clark with the National Urban League's Public Safety Department sees these scenarios routinely.
They will set a scene where they seem to be stuck, and then you pull over to help them, and they'll rob you. Crime and violence does not stop when it gets cold.
Clark also advises you should be very careful about starting your car remotely to warm it up, saying it can be a target for thieves. A little bit later, authorities in Missouri catch what might be the cutest escapee you'll ever see.
Plus, the cold temperatures sticking around the next few days. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, of course, cold day for us today. Temperatures only into the mid to upper 20s, so staying below freezing. Once again, it's going to be another cold night tonight. Most of us are going to drop back right around 10 degrees. Once again, great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam, of course, downtown Joplin. Already 20 Iola, Fort Scott, Nevada, 26, Anderson, 27 in Bentonville. We have Veneta at 25. We have Pittsburgh sitting at 21. So it's bitterly cold. We're going to slide back through the teens over the next several hours, and most of us will bottom out right around 10 degrees later on tonight. Plus our wind chill drops again, anywhere from -5 to about 5 in our southern counties. So make sure you bundle up when you're heading out tonight or into the morning hours. All right, pretty much clear skies. Not a whole bunch is going on for us, but we are tracking the beginnings of our next storm system, disorganized, spinning out across parts of Arizona. Another little chunk of energy up across the Pacific Northwest will kind of dive in, and this whole wave will head toward us late Thursday into Friday. It's much different than our weekend storm system. One, it's not near as strong. It's not going to have near as much moisture, and we're going to be on the north side instead of the south side, so we're still going to get a glancing blow, and it may not be much of anything at all, so something we want to watch. All right, Wednesday morning, cold, temperatures near 10, but we're going to have the sunshine, lower 20s by noon, most of us 26, 27 degrees during the afternoon. Very similar to what we saw today. All right, tomorrow night, drop again, not quite as cold, upper 20s or upper teens near 20. Clouds increase Thursday morning, but look at our temps. We rise 36, 37, 38 degrees, and then some light snow showers will start to press in late Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening into Thursday night. It's going to be periods of light snow showers. Temperatures will drop back into the upper 20s, so it will stick, but again, light and scattered across the region all the way into Friday morning. So it shouldn't be a huge deal for us. The heavy snow by far is going to stay well down to our south, really from Texarkana to Little Rock. Northwestern counties, I'm being very conservative here. I'd rather go up than down. Maybe a dusting. Most of us in the white, under an inch, half an inch, maybe upwards to an inch. In the blue, farther south, 1, maybe 2 inches, maybe 3 once you get down toward Fayetteville and also Springdale. So light amounts, but still enough to cause some issues. So we're going to kind of put it in between the no biggie and some minor road impacts as we get into Thursday night. All right, day planner for you tomorrow. 14 to start, 22 by noon. High temp, 27 degrees. You can see this storm system as it spins out. So behind it, we get some cooler air, briefly warm up as we head into the weekend, and then we stay cool next week. But the Arctic air really starts to retreat, which is nice to see. 27 for us tomorrow, 37 on Thursday, 34 by the time we get into Friday. 41 Saturday, 38 Sunday. So yeah, temperatures mainly staying below average, but we do get back into the mid to upper 40s by the second half of next week.
Yeah, so that's a nice bounce from this below average.
Pretty good.
Thanks, Doug. Hey, don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. You know you can get those severe weather updates sent straight to your phone, and it's absolutely free of charge. You'll find it in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, the KOAM Skywatch weather app. As the temperature drops, area firefighters say the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning can climb. AAA of Missouri reminds us of some important safety tips. Never start or run your vehicle in an enclosed space like the garage, and ensure your exhaust pipes are clear of snow or ice. The Reddings Mill Fire Department says exhaust from a car or generator can quickly become deadly.
The death in the sleep is probably the most common, and that's maybe they felt that they had the headache. They went to go lay down, and the problem persisted. That's the issue. So they'll sit there and they'll just inhale whatever's in their home, being fed into their home, and it could possibly just kill them. So a CO alarm, again, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to know.
AAA says you should also have a mechanic check your exhaust system in your vehicle every year. A small leak can lead to a buildup of carbon monoxide inside the car. Still ahead, a busy night of basketball in the 4-stage, which includes a couple of rivalry games between Missouri Southern and Pitt State. John Dales has those stories and more coming up next in sports.
Pittsburgh State women's basketball moves up one spot in the most recent Division II coaches poll, so the Gorillas are ranked number 13 in the nation thanks to a 12-2 start to the 24-25 season. PSU is also undefeated in its first 5 home games, and tonight The 13th ranked Gorillas get a challenge from their closest MIAA rival, Missouri Southern. That contest underway as we come on the air. The Lions lost their first 3 games of the season, but they've really turned a corner since then. Entering tonight's contest, Southern has a record of 11-5 and a 3-game winning streak. We'll have highlights and post-game interviews from this one tonight at 9 and 10. After the women's game wraps up, Pittsburgh State men's basketball plays host to Missouri Southern. These two teams enter tonight with identical 7-6 records. The Gorillas are coming off a 4-point loss to Northeastern State on Saturday. Meanwhile, the Lions won their first game of the new year. They took down Arkansas Fort Smith on Saturday. We'll have highlights from this one as well. That's coming at you later tonight. We've also got a full slate of high school basketball here in the 4 states. A lot of the games that were scheduled for yesterday got canceled because of the winter weather. This evening, we get to see one of our local teams that's ranked in the top 10 for their class. That would be the Fort Scott Tigers. We'll get to those rankings in just a second, but tonight, Frontenac makes the trip up to Fort Scott for a non-conference game. Girls game just got underway at the top of the hour. Boys are set to get started at 7:30. Both the Raiders and the Tigers would love to start the new year with a win. And here's a look at those rankings from the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association, released this afternoon. 4 of our local teams are in the top 10 for their respective classes. In 2A, Colgan, ranked number 1 in the state. Lady Panthers are off to a 4-0 start to the year. In 3A, another undefeated team, Girard, is ranked 6th. Then 2 of our teams make the top 10 in Class 4A. That's 6-0 Labette County and 5-0 Fort Scott. On the boys' side, not a very long list. Colgan is our only local team to sneak inside the top 10. Panthers are ranked 8th in Class 2A after a 3-1 start. Well, plenty of action on the hardwood in southwest Missouri tonight as well. A couple of Big 8 conference games of note. Monette boys basketball plays its conference opener on the road at Seneca. McDonald County hosts East Newton for both girls and boys basketball this evening. And that's it for sports. We're back after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. The city of Neosho, Missouri asks voters to decide whether to build a new aquatic center. Plus, Meta announces it's scrapping its fact-checking program. And we told you as temperature drops, firefighters say the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning can climb. Well, we're going to tell you more about what you can do to protect yourself and your family. Those stories, a lot more, of course, it's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Look at this. An adorable spider monkey was dressed to impress when it made a daring escape from its owner's home. The short-lived adventure happened near St. Louis, Missouri. Jefferson County Sheriff's deputy spotted the little escape artist wearing what appeared to be a bright pink tutu. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It was sitting calmly in a grassy area there. The deputies didn't monkey around as they worked to coax the escapee to safety. It took a while and some team effort, but it was a rewarding end to the adventure, at least for the rescuers. We don't know how the monkey feels about this, but the spider monkey was unharmed and is now back home with its owner, presumably still wearing its pink tutu. Also don't know how it feels about that.
No kidding. At least it got back.
Yeah, cute critter.
Yeah.
The weather cold.
It is going to be cold. We're going to drop back right around 10 later on tonight. 27 tomorrow. Very similar to what we saw today. Snow showers back in late Thursday night into Friday morning.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.